Youngstown Junior Sailing's virtual open house. My name's Justin Hayes. I'm the director of junior sailing down here. I handle all the behind the scenes action, and although I will be down here from time to time, the man on the ground floor here is Ryan Suter, who is our head instructor.
I'll be down here doing day-to-day operations, doing the venture sailing with the kids, and I'll be down here 5 days a week, so if you have any questions, just the face you want to find.
We're super excited to be able to offer this virtual open house. We would have liked to have met in person with all of you. We felt it was just a little bit too soon to do that, but we also thought as a positive, doing a virtual open house allows this to be a resource for you to know what to expect and what to bring to junior sailing on day one, especially if you've never done it before. We'll also tour the updated classrooms. We spent a lot of time renovating the classrooms this year, and we want to show you those. We'll also go over what to bring and what to expect when you arrive to junior sailing. And of course, later on in the film, we're going to demonstrate the boats, the different boats for the different programs. We thought we would start out first, though, because we've had a lot of questions about this. We thought we would start with a little section to identify all the things that we've done to make this absolutely safe, as safe as possible program to run during the COVID era. We've taken a lead from U.S. Sailing and from other directors and other programs around the country, and we think we've developed a really fun and safe program with some of the things we've done. So let's cut to that next section. We'd like to talk about some of the things that we've done to make junior sailing the safest and cleanest environment that it could possibly be. We've put a lot of thought into this with guidelines from the CDC and as well as U.S. Sailing. One of the first things that we did is we started by building some of these portable hand washing stations so that we can have them out on the grounds, and kids can sanitize their hands before they get into the boats and after they return from the boats. Hand washing is going to be huge this year. These are fed by a hose, so they can be remote anywhere. There's a nice dispenser right here, and they can wash their hands very easily before they get onto the boats. Another thing that we've done is we've created some more classroom space. More classrooms means we're able to split the groups up and have smaller groups and more groups that are separate from one another, so there's less interaction between the whole larger group of kids. We've also refurbished a lot of our fleets of boats. Refurbishing boats means we have more working boats at our disposal, and more working boats at our disposal means fewer kids per boat. Oftentimes we're actually, especially in the opties, we're able to go just one person per boat. Not only that, but one piece of equipment per boat. So that just minimizes who's touching what. The other thing that we're doing is, and we're still waiting on CDC guidelines to see when and how this will be applicable, but you can bet that PPE is going to be required either sometimes or all of the time. And while the kids are welcome to bring any PPE that they feel comfortable wearing, we want to make a suggestion that these neck buffs, which Ryan's wearing right now, the nice thing about these is that they were kind of cool in the sport of sailing before the COVID thing even came around. They're great for sun protection. They work as PPE, and they're always on your person because if, say, you're sailing solo in a boat, you can pull it down around your neck and then pull it back up when distancing can't be maintained. So these are great. We've ordered some YYC and Youngstown Sailing Foundation embroidered buffs, and they're going to be in at the end of the month. So hopefully just in time for junior sailing, and those will be available to the junior sailors as well.
So to maximize safety, we've gone to the extent of numbering the equipment. So each kid will be assigned a numbered, and when they come in for the week, and that will be their equipment for the entire week. They will be assigned a numbered cubby, and they will also be assigned a numbered chair to follow with the protocol for social distancing and minimizing the contact of equipment between students. We also have a protocol for the bathrooms that we regularly wipe down the surfaces and maintain that throughout the day and maintain the safety and social distancing. And with that,
Yeah, I think the next section we're going to move on to is showing you what to bring and what to expect on day one. All right, let's talk a little bit about what to bring on your first day of junior sailing. We've got Luke here. He's going to show us, he's outfitted with all the right stuff here, so let's start from the top to the bottom. First thing is you want to bring a hat. Bringing a hat is going to keep the sun out of your face, obviously, and we're in the sun all day. So sunglasses is another important thing. He actually has his with a lanyard around, just so he doesn't lose them. That's also a good idea. His footwear is wearing some closed-toe shoes, so that is something that we will require just because to avoid bumping our feet on some of the items on the ground as you're launching boats, pulling boats out. Closed-toe footwear will be required, and I would recommend some footwear that you're comfortable with getting wet. He's got a life jacket or PFD on right now. It can really be any PFD. It could be a sailing PFD, a kayak PFD, as long as they're comfortable. It's Coast Guard approved and it's comfortable for them to wear. If you are having trouble picking out a PFD for the first time, just reach out to myself or Ryan via email and we can certainly point you in the right direction there.
Next, we require that you bring your own water bottle and make sure it's clearly labeled. You can put a piece of tape on it and with a Sharpie marker or a colored strip that you know that your son or daughter will recognize their water bottle, which will be separated in their own areas. Next, sunscreen, important. I would rather your student comes pre-lathered up with the sunscreen, SPF, highest that you can find, face, especially the nose, but with the PPEs, they also act as a sunscreen protectant. Thirdly, our lunch in a clear plastic bottle labeled with your student's name. And we do have fridges that we can store some of the lunches in also. And then the PPE, a towel also for when we do our drills that we need to be in the water. And finally, when you come down the hill, I myself will be, and the instructors will be out there to greet you through the double gate, and then we'll instruct the students to come out into the area in the lawn here, and they will be instructed to go to their instructors. After that, then the fun begins. So now let's go to our classrooms.
One of the first places we want to show you is our lower junior sailing classroom, which we updated quite a bit this year. This classroom has been the junior sailing classroom for decades and decades, and it needed a little bit of updating. So this year we added a dividing wall, and one emphasis that we have is to make sure that we're maintaining we've got a lot of boats, so we want to be able to maintain them as we go. So we created a workstation here so that the boats can get fixed as things happen, as the parts break, we can repair them right away. And of course store all of our VHF radios, our water jugs, loud hailers, and all of our equipment to fix the boats. The other thing that we did over the winter is that we took, these are 20-year-old pram rudders and tillers and centerboards, and we redid them so that they're all in great working order. We've got a nice organized section here for all of our marks. And then the other thing we did is we wanted to make sure that each opti has their own piece of equipment. So each opti has its own labeled board bag that has its own rudder, its own tiller, its own dagger board and equipment, so that there's no sharing of equipment at all in the opti room. So over here we have created some new sail locker space. We've got prams and optis, which they'll share this sail locker here. So we've got optis right here and prams right here. The kids are responsible for getting their sail for the day out the garage door, and then they rig over on the lawn. This maintenance type of area and storage area kind of moves into our Dinghy Demon classroom here. So let's come on in here and meet our Dinghy Demon instructors. So guys, I'll let you introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Alexei Katsabekis. It's my first year at CIT coaching and training. I'll be bouncing around the programs here and just helping out when I can.
Hi, I'm Jackson. This is my second year here as an instructor. I grew up in Youngstown, born and raised, and excited to be coaching again this year. I'm going to Florida for college, and I can't wait.
I'm Katie. I am the fleet head of Dinghy Demons. This will be my 6th summer coaching here. I'm really excited to be back, and I'm excited to see all the new faces in Dingy Demon Land. So this year, as you can see, our classroom looks a lot different, and it's awesome. So this is where we'll start the day and the day in life of a Dingy Demon. We do a chalkboard talk here and have the kids sit down. We also, well, when they first walk in, we have them put their stuff in our new little cubbies. So on their first day of the week, on the Monday, they'll be assigned a number so they can have their cubby for the entire week, which is really nice. So yeah, beginning of the day, we do lessons on the chalkboard. Sometimes we have a new TV over here. We'll show videos from the day before, or sometimes if they're learning a new concept, it's easier to show a video on the TV. Then, after we do this, we're going to take the kids out sailing. So we'll take them to the lawn, have them rig boats, which they'll learn how to do, and then go sailing. And then we'll come in for lunch for about an hour. Sometimes we play a game just to split up the day a little bit. And then after lunch, we'll do a mini lesson on the lawn and then go back out sailing in the afternoon, and normally end with a swim in the river. So yeah, that's a day in the life of a Dingy Demon, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to take you up to the grist mill to show you a couple more classrooms that we have rebuilt.
Okay, so right now we're standing in front of our grist mill classroom area. This is our upper classroom area that hosts 3 different classes. They're all separated by a dividing wall, and they all have their own open air window to the outdoors. We've spent a long time, my committee and I and the instructors this winter, updating this area, so we're super excited to show you what it is. So let's go inside. So our first classroom area here is new this year. This is an area for the adventure sailing team, which we'll go over what the adventure sailing team is in a moment when we meet the coaches. This first area has actually a folding dividing wall, which is really nice because we could have, we could have one open area in the future for when we have regattas and things like that, or we can divide it up for smaller and more separate classroom space. So this first area here is for the adventure sail team. Our next room over here is the 420 race team. So our 420 team will be, they're our most advanced sailors. They've usually come through the program for years and years, and now they're fine-tuning those skills in a racing environment. This room has been, again, updated, and one of the things that we're utilizing this year is we have TVs in each room that connect directly to the coach's smartphone. So the coach can film a practice and then project that practice right up onto the television, and they can also use YouTube as a resource for instructional videos. So I think that's going to be a huge help this year, especially to our race team. And we added some lockers there so that each racer has their own locker to keep their stuff in. One of the initiatives that we're really proud of this year is our college sailing wall, which we've just started a couple months ago, and we've already have a ton of burgees from alumni who have sailed in college. We've had a ton of really, really accomplished alumni come through the junior sailing program, and we're super proud of them. So we thought we would highlight that with all of their college sailing burgees, which there's easily a dozen more that aren't even up here, or maybe more. So if you know of a college sailor, or you were one yourself that came through the program, you gotta get your burgee up on the wall, all right? So next, let's walk over here, and this is our third classroom, another dividing wall here. And this is our Opti classroom. The Optis make up a large portion of the program. There is Opti Learn to Sail, where they're just getting the basics of sailing a boat by themselves. And then there's also the Opti Race Team, which again is learning the fundamentals of racing. We have a new magnetic whiteboard here. We've got their own TV, which again hooks up to the coach's smartphone. And we have 16 cubbies here that were built for us by Bruce Newton, one of our members here. He did a great job building cubbies for the Opti and Pram teams, and those will be great because the kids can keep their stuff in their own cubby all week long, and they don't have to take their stuff home with them until the end of the week or the end of their time here. The other thing we did is we've been purchasing new chairs so that each person can have their own numbered chair, so we're not sharing any of that. So this is our final room up in the grist mill, our final classroom. One additional thing that we added this year as well is we kind of renovated a coach's office here. So we've got a coach's office, and we were lucky enough to have donated a refrigerator in here. So we've got an area in here with a fridge and a freezer to keep cold drinks, and the freezer keeps freezy pops and ice and things of that nature. So we're very proud of the updates that we've made to this gristmill, and we really hope that the sailors really enjoy it this year. Okay, it's time to meet our adventure sail coaches. You've already met our head instructor, Ryan Suter, and our other instructor is John Hubschmidt.
So as we said, I'm John Hubschmidt. I'm the head adventure sail instructor this year. I've been sailing for about 20 years now, and I've been coaching here for about 5.
This is my second year as head coach, and I'm looking forward to this program for many reasons. One in particular, that we base it off of the science and math and technology curriculum kind of approach. We differ in that way in the adventure sail, but what we like to do with our program and this adventure sail program, different from the racing program, is not only do we teach the fundamentals of sailing, the wind direction, the sail and whatnot, but part of that is at the end of the week, hopefully we'll have their own adventure that they get to go out on their own and explore the great mighty Niagara.
One thing I forgot to mention too is that this adventure sail program will be run in our brand new Ideal 18 sailboats, which are very small, simple keel boats that anybody can use. They're super user friendly, and we won't be touring those today, but they will be arriving in town tomorrow. So we'll show a future video on the Ideal 18.
And with that, we're looking forward to having a great summer, meeting a bunch of new people this year and getting to teach them all some stuff, and passing off to the racing team now.
Okay, we're back here in the race team room, and we're going to introduce to you 2 more of our coaches.
Hi, I'm Dixon Reynolds. I've been sailing all my life here at YYC. I went through every single program we have at the club. And now I'm going to introduce my colleague, Grace.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm the 420 coach. I've been sailing at YYC my entire life. I went through all of the fleets here, and I also sail at the University of New Hampshire. On the racing team, we go over trim, tactics, boat handling, the racing rules, and we're really looking forward to meeting the racers this year. And let's turn over to the Opti coaches.
Okay, we're back here in the Opti classroom. I'd like to introduce you to our Opti coaches. This is Joe, our head Opti coach.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'll be the head Opti coach this year, and I've been coaching in Youngstown for 7 years, and I've been sailing here for as long as I can remember, and this is my assistant coach.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm the assistant Opti coach. I've been sailing here for many years, and this is my second year instructing.
And quickly, I'll just take you through a day in the life of Optiland over here. So basically, the kids are going to come inside, and then we're going to put all of our stuff in their own cubby that's designated, that's new this year. And then we're going to talk about what we're going to do for the day, and we're going to go over what we're going to be doing on the water with drills on the whiteboard. And then after that, we're going to go downstairs, and then we would rig the boats, and then do a land drill, and then go sailing for the rest of the day. And this year, Optis are going to be split up. We'll have a race program, and then we'll also have more beginner fleets and also mixed together.
All right, so after this, we're going to take it down and actually show you some of the boats that are rigged up on the lawn. So let's go.
Hi, it's Katie again. I'm going to show you some of the boats that we sail every day in the program. Our adventure sail program, we don't have the Ideal 18s yet, but there's going to be a video coming up soon when they get here. I'm going to show you the pram. This is what we sail in Dinghy Demon, so it's really a basic boat here, and they can be sailed from 1 kid or 3 kids, it depends. So this is what the sailors are going to be introduced to.
Hi, it's Joe here, and over here at the Opti program, we sail Optis every single day, and we see them all the boats sitting here are on small trailers, also known as dollies, and all the kids will put those in the water by themselves. On Optis, you sail with 1 person, and this is a really popular boat for racing as well.
Hi, it's Grace. This is a 420. It's a fast athletic boat, and there's a jib, a main, and a spinnaker, and it's sailed by 2 people. And we're gonna check these boats out and see them in action.
So we thought we'd close out our video with showing you some of the boats that we just showed you in action. It's a beautiful night on the Niagara River here. Unfortunately, we don't have tons of breeze. But as you can see, we've got our pram, which Luke's in out there with the green sail. We've got Dixon out there in a 420, which is the race team boat. And then closest to us here is Liam in the Opti, which again is similar to the pram, but a little more race oriented. One of the things that is parents sometimes don't know when they start junior sailing, or kids don't know, is that you actually get to be, for the most part, the kid is in the boat by themselves, and a coach is ushering them into different drills and activities throughout the day. So they've got a lot of independence in the boat, a lot of hands-on learning, and the coach is in the motorboat close by. So thank you so much for joining us for this virtual open house. We've had a ton of support from all of you and our community and our instructors and our board here. We're really looking forward to a safe and fun summer. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me via email, text, or phone call. And of course, follow our page on Facebook for the most up-to-date information. We'll see you soon.